Hi, my name is Sara Salazar. I work at Lighthouse Recovery Community Center as a recovery coach, and I have quit smoking now for 2 years and about a week. I started very young. It was very normalized in my household. My parents both smoked and they provided lots of cigarettes for us and our friends. So I was addicted to probably about 2.5 packs, almost 3 packs a day. Probably from like 9 to, I wanna say, to 30, 31-ish. I attempted to quit smoking multiple times, and I wanted to do it with no like mind or mood altering substances. And I've tried Chantix in the past and I got super bad nightmares. So I also suffer from addiction issues. So along with quitting to smoke, like I could quit the addiction, but I couldn't quit smoking. So then I'd quit the addiction and I'd smoke lots of cigarettes. And my health wasn't the greatest, so this last attempt that I took on getting clean and sober, I decided to quit everything completely. Like if I was going in, I was going all in. A big piece to me quitting was I made a journal. I called it the Quit Journal. So every time I want to smoke or I have a craving, like I still journal in it. I believe big in journaling. So by me being able to go back to see what I did for that day, or even just in that moment, it really helps me a lot, because sometimes I tend to forget like why I quit or why I don't want to smoke anymore. And sometimes it's easy to fall back into those habits. And with my journal, like I can carry that anywhere. I also put it in my CCS plan through Human Services. That helped me with quitting smoking. So like I had a goal and they would hold me accountable and we'd assess my goal every month to see how everything was going. So like when I combined both my AODA and my nicotine goals, it was a lot easier to achieve. Just being able to talk about it and adding it to my plan for like all my goals in my life, like it was easier to put it all together than to separate it and be like, I'm gonna quit this and then I'm gonna quit this. And by putting it all together and making it one, it was a smoother transition for me. I still have cravings to this day, but I have to shift to like hard candy, or I don't go outside when people go outside to smoke. I stay inside like on breaks. I just have to remember that I quit for a reason. I can breathe a lot better. I couldn't smell a lot of things. So now that like I quit smoking, I can smell things that I haven't smelled in a lot of years. And like it sounds really silly, but it's a thing. My clothes aren't like yellowish. My walls aren't yellow. It's just a clean feeling. I used to be very isolated and quiet. And like at work or in work environments, like I would go outside to smoke to get out on my own and like be by myself. And now that I don't smoke, like I find it more easy to make conversations with people and it's less awkward, and it's fun to be the guy that's not outside smoking. So before, like I would have felt really awkward, like I wouldn't have talked to nobody. It's just, with my recovery journey, like it's helped taking me out of my shell and be able to be who I've always wanted to be without having the cigarettes as an identity blocker or being somebody that I don't have to be or don't want to be, and it's not normal, you know, like it's a choice to smoke. And to learn the difference between it being a choice and not being a choice, like that's just the world of difference.